With the recent release of Death Stranding 2, I decided I should finally go try out the first one, and I'm sure glad I did. This game set my emotions all over the place when it came to story reveals.
What the hell?
And I also found myself singing a lot of the time.
I will walk 100,000 miles and I will walk 100 more.
I must have been enjoying myself. I will not only just be playing Death Stranding for the first time, but I will also be going for the platinum in it. And I will admit, it does get a bit grindy towards the end, completing all of them deliveries.
Yes. Growth of a legend.
This video is a bit on the lengthy side, but trust me, it needs it for me to explain all of the incredible story put together by Hideo Kojima himself. This guy's a storytelling genius in the video game industry, by the way. When it comes to the platinum, there are a total of 63 trophies which vary from completing the story, finding collectibles, and completing an awful lot of deliveries. Before we start, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and join me on my trophy hunting journey. Anyway, let's do this. As you can tell, I was looking forward to playing this as the second game had just came out, so there was a lot of hype around this game. Here we go, I'm excited to play this. I've been wanting to play it for a long time, but I never got around to it. The game starts off with a cutscene of Sam riding his bike to make a delivery, just a normal day's work for him. We then get our first look at the rain in this game, which at this point I didn't have a clue what it was. Just that you should avoid it really. Acid rain? With the rain also came these creepy ass enemies that we learned to call BTs, and this is where it started to go wrong for Sam. I could now control Sam, and at this point I was just learning the basic controls of how to pick up cargo and use my scanner to find items. I also learnt it was very important to maintain your balance when walking around. You could literally trip over anything. Oh well, whoa. We then found a cave to wait out the rain, and I started to figure out what the rain actually does. It's like ages, people. A BT then came to visit us, and this woman called Fragile helped us out by staying quiet and not moving. You also had to hold your breath as well. I mean, these guys were really onto you. It was basically a quiet place situation, to be honest. Once we escaped that encounter, Fragile tried to get us to work for her, but my intrusive thoughts got the better of me when she showed us her hands.
But she's all wrinkly underneath.
Fragile then disappeared, and I could carry on with my expert delivering skills.
We're the ultimate Amazon delivery driver.
At this point, I just had to collect the remaining parts of delivery, and this is where I really started to get into the music in this game, as it just perfectly matched the tone of the game.
Don't be so serious.
I then arrived at my destination, Central Knot City, where I completed my first delivery and got my first 2 trophies.
There we go. First trophy. Give me my first piece of lost cargo. Nice.
S rank.
Complete the prologue, Porter. Nice. That was quick.
Next, the guy from the body disposal team showed up, asking for help, as we need to escort a body to an incinerator before they go necro. And if a body goes necro, it causes something called a void out, which is just a massive explosion, really. This is also where we were first introduced to bridge babies, or BBs as they like to call it. And these are important for sensing the BTs. I know there's a lot going on, but I promise I am trying my best to explain it. We then set off to the incinerator, and on the way we found out the Death Stranding basically destroyed everything, joining living and the dead together, now which is why everything is so destroyed. On our travels, the obvious happened as we encountered BTs who absolutely destroyed us.
Oh, we've crashed. Oh, yeah. That was bound to happen. That was always going to happen.
I think he's dead.
Oh, he's getting rained on. Uh-oh. Oh, he's dead. Kill him. What the hell? Get the baby.
The hell is happening?
Whoa. What the hell? What the hell is happening in this game? This game's crazy. Why are we topless? Wait, why are we naked? The hell? I have no clue what is going on right now. Basically, what just happened is a void out. And now we're at a place called the beach, where people with special powers called Dooms go, and each Dooms person has their own beach and unique abilities. Whenever Sam dies, we get sent to this weird dimension place and have to swim to our body to come back alive. And after all that confusing mess, Sam wakes up again to see the void out. Holy shitballs. I believe Sam passed out again as we woke up handcuffed to a bed. It's quite kinky, to be honest. And we met a guy called Deadman, who was an expert on the dead, such as BTs. This guy works for a company called Bridges, who want to unite the whole of America again using something called the chiral network. And the president of Bridges wants to see us, as she is dying apparently. Deadman wanted us to deliver some medicine for the president, so I went on a short job to Capital Knot City, where I met Di Hardiman, who Sam Curley didn't really like, and then we were introduced to the president, who turns out is our mum. She was called Bridget, by the way, and she wanted our help with reuniting the United Cities of America, or UCA for short. Bridget then died with her last words being, "She'll be waiting for us on the beach." At this point, Sam was forced into reuniting the UCA, and our first job was to incinerate Bridget's body, so that it doesn't cause a void out. Now I could begin my first proper delivery. I got introduced to the map where you could plan a route, but I just winged it as I got completely distracted by how good the music was with the world setting. It made the delivery experience so relaxing. There were also structures all around the world placed by other players in their own world, which I could use, and I got a trophy for giving my first like to them. Like and be liked. Give your first like. Okay. The journey to actually get to the incinerator was the first time I came across different terrain, which made the journey more challenging, such as hills, where it was important to hold both R2 and L2 to hold my balance, otherwise I would just fall down the mountain, to be honest. Eventually I did make it to the incinerator, where we laid the body down and burnt it. Basically they wanted us to incinerate the BB we got from the void out, due to it being faulty, but Sam, being the absolute geezer he is, decided to not listen and keep the BB for himself. And it's a good job he did, because BTs came to the area, and because we have a BB now, we can use it to sense the exact location of them by using the scanner, which will point in the direction they are. So I set off trying my best to get through the BTs so that I can make it back to Capital Knot City, which I didn't really have a problem with as I made it back quite easily. When I arrived back, Sam gets a telling off about keeping the BB, and every time he hooks up to it, we get this weird vision. Rebuilding America. Hell yeah. And that was the end of chapter 1, and yes, there was a lot that happened. So from now on, I'll be giving a basic explanation of what happens in each cutscene, because otherwise this video will go on forever. In the next cutscene, Deadman looks after BB for us while we go to get a nap, in which we get a flashback of Sam on the beach as a kid. We are then introduced to a hologram of Amelie, as she is on the other side of America, and it was our job to rescue her and reunite the UCA while doing so by helping facilities across America. We got our BB back and entered the beach in our sleep, where we had a conversation with Amelie about us finding her. And now our final briefing began, where Hardiman told us we had to reconnect America through the chiral network by visiting all of the Knot cities. My first stop is a way station west of central Knot City, and now that I'd finally finished the introduction of the game, I can now start building items such as ladders to make my travelling experience a lot easier. As I set off, I put down my first sign in the game which other players could like, but most importantly, I got a trophy for building my first structure in the world. I will be honest, I found the traverse on this game very fun and relaxing, but when it comes to watching it from your perspective, it can look a bit boring. But trust me, it isn't boring, as you've got to figure out how to make your way through different terrain, such as rivers, collect any lost cargo to increase your rank with other facilities, and place structures in the most suitable places. Your cargo tends to build up very quickly, which also makes it harder to get around. Eventually, I made it to the way station and delivered the cargo, At the end of each delivery, you get a score which gives you likes to rank up your relationship with them. And you also get to level up different categories, and I managed to level up my bridge link, which gave me a trophy, and also reach rank 10 in one of the other 4 categories. And by the end of the game, I was aiming to reach rank 60 in each category as well. The way station also joined the UCA, which was my first connection on my journey across America. A new day for the UCA. After that, my main objective was to get to Port Knot City, while connecting other stations, as at Port Knot we could get across to the other side of America. I could now just start making deliveries to rank up each station, and while making my way around, I was introduced to mules, who were porters that have kind of lost their way. They're not very friendly, as they will try to kill you straight away for entering their region. Who the hell are these guys? Ah! I'm in trouble. Leave me alone. Slide. Should you get down here? Nice and careful. On my journey, I also came across my first memory data, which are collectibles in the game, and I'll need all of them for the platinum. But I got a trophy for returning the first one that I found. When travelling the wild, you can also come across BT areas, which can be a bit intense. What the hell's going on now? Oh, great. These BTs are about. Oh, sh**. What the hell are coming after me? Oh. The first time it's happened. Get off me, bitch. I've lost everything. I'm dying. What the hell's happening? What the hell? What the hell's going on? I lost everything. I don't know what is happening. Soothing BB. Soothing will stop BB from crying and reduce stress levels. Gently rocking the control up and down will increase the effect. Let me get out the water first. Ah! God damn it. Jesus Christ. I lost all my cargo. Well, that was traumatic. Did not expect that. A baby's blessing. I do not know what that's for. Get a like from BB. I don't know why. Eventually, I arrived at the next facility, which was a distribution centre. And these have a room which I can rest at. When going to the room, a cutscene triggered with Dead Man, which revealed that BBs go out of commission after a year. Emily then returns to tell us that she is also held captive in the city she is in, and she is held by the terrorists. And before I can get back to my deliveries, another flashback played, showing the same person through BB's eyes. Now that I could carry on, I had unlocked PCCs, which allowed me to develop structures in the area I connected to the chiral network. I also started to unlock different combat tools, such as the Strand, which allowed me to subdue enemies if I wanted to play stealthy. Got him! Die! Or bind, so I'm not killing him. After completing a delivery, I unlocked my first piece of customization data, and then also reached rank 3 with the distribution centre. I was smashing in the trophies at this point, as I got one for recycling and then another for getting 2,400 likes. After joining another facility to the UCA, I then decided to rest as Sam, which gave me a trophy. Then I took my first standard order, which was side missions, to get more likes of facilities. My boots were worn out at this point as well, so I changed my boots. And after a long journey of backtracking, which you soon get used to, I finally completed my first standard order. Everyday delivery, complete a standard order. I am the ultimate Amazon delivery driver now. For the next couple of hours, I just used my time completing deliveries and leveling up my connection with them. And as I had managed to unlock a bike at this point, which made the deliveries so much easier and quicker to get around. Through completing different deliveries, it rewarded me with different equipment, such as the Hemetic grenades, which allowed me to fight BTs, which made their encounters a lot more fun to deal with, as you could actually now fight them. I see you, baby. Die. Ah. Sometimes I found myself in situations where I had a massive pile of cargo, and the bike was a godsend for these type of deliveries. I did not mean to jump. After messing around with different deliveries, I decided to continue on with the story and head to Port Knot City. But in order to reach it, I had to go through a very tight BT area. Whoa, Jesus, that was close. Ah! The hell is happening? Run! What the hell is happening? Die! Did I get it? Die! I think I killed it. I did it. Yes! As if I did it. I think I lost my bike. I can't believe I actually did that. That was cool. Now that was out of the way, I could carry on to Port Knot City and connect it to the network, which I managed to do, and I had finished in this region, so all I had to do now was cross the lake on a boat to the western region with Fragile. But before I do that, I needed a shower and I unlocked the music player, which gave me another trophy. Then I donated some equipment to other players for that trophy. And I could finally get on my boat with Fragile, but before that, you guessed it, something goes down. What the hell's happening? The frick is this guy? This guy was Higgs, and he was a bit psychotic. And he did have a bit of an aura about him though. Definitely not a guy to mess around with. Troy Baker. Higgs revealed that he'll find Amelie and that he knows more about the Death Stranding, calling Amelie something like an extension entity, whatever that means. Before Higgs goes though, he decides to summon a giant BT, as he can control the tower or something like that. What is happening? Whoa. And this led to the first boss fight of the game, which I didn't find too challenging, as I just camped on top of buildings, lobbing grenades at it. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it, you dead as hell, bro. Dead as hell. This led to the closure of episode 2, and I could go catch that boat trip now. Fragile revealed to us that she used to work with Higgs before he went all psycho. Amelie also appeared in our dream, where we visited the beach, which revealed that she used to take us to the beach as a kid, but can't anymore as we need to be whole again, which was all very suspicious and confusing, but that's Kojima for you. We finally arrived at Lake Knot City, and I had to do some travelling through corridors with a lot of cargo before reaching the terminal for this area. But once I did, they joined news here, and now that I was in the western region, which was the main area for most of the game, I had the objective of reaching different knot cities around the region. Amelie told us a story about how the Separatists, which is a group Higgs leads, destroyed central Knot City. Fragile also showed up after we slept, who revealed that Higgs set her up as he destroyed central Knot City, blaming Fragile as they worked together. So she hates him basically. She then also revealed that she can travel across beaches using Fragile Jump, and then we partnered up with her to take down Higgs as she doesn't like him, and we need to stop him in order to reach Amelie in Edge Knot City, and that was a partnership bonded. Next, our next objective was revealed, which was to reach South Knot City and unite other facilities along the way, starting with 3 facilities around Lake Knot, so off I went. On my travels, I came across a lot of mules, which forced me to become a USC fighter, and it led to another trophy, which I believe was because I cleared out the mule camp of all enemies. I've done it. Oh my god, man. Help porters through a mule or terrorist area for the first time. Who did I help? I managed to connect a few facilities around this new region, which included missions such as going into BT areas to find items, so the action was really starting to pick up now in this game. But a big feature I unlocked now is the ability to start building roads by donating materials, and this is very important in the long run, going for the platinum, as I could now drive on them, making it a lot quicker to get to different places all over the map. From this point onwards, I was trying my best to make as many roads as I could, so that I could complete deliveries quickly. And a big part of this game is also that you could use other structures built by other players, meaning sometimes I get access to bigger roads because of this feature. It was a really good feature which made this game a lot more enjoyable. With the roads connected, I managed to finish off the beginning part of this region and reach the next distribution centre, where I was able to connect them to the chiral network. The mission I was completing were also requested by a character called Mama, and she was trying to perfect the automatic delivery bot system, so I can now use them, and they were similar to standard orders. They were done by these bots, and I would get less likes for them if the deliveries were completed by them. At this point, we returned to the private room where we napped, so we went to the beach again to a weird vision of us aging due to timefall. When we wake up in the real world, we get a little treat. Ooh. Bonjour. Fragile was here to tell us about how Higgs used her to perform terrorist attacks such as blowing up Middle Knot City, and Fragile was the one to deliver the parcel, so she got the blame for it. This Higgs guy is very messed up. Fragile then left, and like usual when we leave our room, we get a weird vision from the BB perspective of a random guy running from something, but don't worry because my guy Deadman was investigating this. Now that I'd reached this distribution centre, it was time to deliver to more facilities around the area, such as the weather station, where I had to cross some very rocky and hilly areas to reach. From here I unlocked the floating carriers, which were very useful when travelling on foot, as you could just pull your cargo along and not have to worry about balancing. I then got a trophy for completing my first auto delivery with the bots I unlocked earlier, and to be honest, I didn't use them much later on, as they didn't give me any more likes. So I didn't see the point. While travelling, I got to unlocking even more structures, such as the jump ramp, which I did enjoy using. Whee. I met this moody ass guy called a junk dealer, and he had some trash he wanted me to throw into a crater lake to dispose of, so me being a little bitch I am, went and did that. One thing that would wind me up is soothing BB, especially when in the BT area. I would just question myself what I was doing wrong. Soothe. Won't stop crying. Stop crying. Stop crying. Why won't you stop crying? Stop crying. Stupid baby. Next up was a mission where I had to reunite two people, and I did it in the weirdest of ways. There is no way she's in a body bag. Holy shit balls. Looks so stupid. This mission was just peaceful though, with the views and the music playing in the background. After completing a load of standard orders so that I level up my relationship with the facilities, I finally returned to Lake Knot City to get my next main mission order to deliver to South Knot, and this weird cutscene plays for it. I could definitely tell something was up, but I set off anyway with the delivery, and I had unlocked trucks now which made handling big loads a lot easier, especially combined with the roads. Anyway, with that weird package I got, I rested at the distribution centre, and Fragile turned up once we realised it was Higgs, which we discovered it was a bomb, so now I had to race back to the crater lake to dispose of it, and on my way I got a trophy for shouting to another porter. And then I got to the lake to dispose of the bomb. Let's do it. And yeah. We've done it. Right, what happens now? Let me guess, Troy Baker's gonna appear. Fragile turned up to explain what happened between her and Higgs, and that he is the reason why her whole body was exposed to timefall and aged. He made her choose between blowing up South Knot, or she could run it in the rain to dispose of the bomb without any clothes on her body. This is where you really start to see how bad of a person Higgs is, but he is such a good character and possibly my favourite in the game. After this, I finally reached South Knot City, and I was happy to finally carry on with the story. Handgun? Nowhere. Assault rifle? Nowhere. Grenade? I'm getting some serious, like, missionary. Serious weapons. Don't know why I said missionary. We get told by Mama that something is happening outside, so we go to investigate, which led to the story getting very crazy. I wonder who this is. What the frick? That's a big tornado. We're going up. We're going up. No, we're not. Oh, wait. Yes, we are. What the hell is happening right now? We were now put in some weird alternative dimension. We came across the guy in Baby's visions. We was actually in a World War flashback, and I had to make my way through it. After a lot of running, we finally came across the combat veteran, and I had a few words for him before I tried to take him down. He just magically appeared his gun. I don't know if he's here to kill me, but I'm gonna slap his little butt. I mean, it's coming out, the assault rifle. I basically had to get around this area trying to find the combat veteran and take him down, Unfortunately, every time you think you kill him, he just moves somewhere else. So I rinse and repeat this a couple of times before I actually finish him off. I got him! Hey, have I done it? I think I've done it. Yes! That took a while. We then have a bit of a cuddle with him, and then another flashback plays, which leads to the end of this chapter. That was a quick episode. All of a sudden we wake back up where we were before in the normal world, but Mama speaks to us as if we were only gone for a second. So this was a bit confusing at the time. This led to Mama finally wanting to meet up with us. So we went and did this and discovered why she's called Mama, due to her having a BT baby attached to her. Mama wanted us to do more travelling so that we could upgrade our Cupid in order to connect more facilities to the network. But the more facilities we connect could lead to more tornadoes, like what just happened. Mama wanted us to visit a woman called Lochner, but before that she revealed the BT baby is her actual baby she was carrying when she got crushed by rubble, leading her baby dying and her surviving, but the baby became a BT and was connected to her. Anyway, this new route would take me on a long journey around mountains, but now I'd unlock the most useful structure in the game. I'm gonna try this zipline out. Whoa! With zip lines, I could get to facilities very quick, and it was vital to earning the platinum quicker. Otherwise, it would have taken me 100 hours rather than the 60 it actually did. So I started building as many of these as I could while I was traveling around, and some stuff happened while completing some side orders. Oh, come on. Oh. I lost that stuff. Jesus Christ. Making my way downtown. Bada, and I need you, and I miss you. It is what it is. Well, travel 80 kilometers. While traveling the world and resting in my room, the flashback scenes started to make more sense now, as I knew this guy was after BB. It was like he was the original owner of it. And then I went on my journey around the map to the other side of the mountain while connecting other facilities, and there were some ups, but also very frustrating parts. Ah, fuck. Not again. Oh my god, man, I'm fucking getting pissed off. These boots are made for walking, and that's what they will do. Yeah, while travelling this game, I found myself singing a lot, which I don't usually do when gaming, so I guess it was because I was pretty chilled. I ended up making a nice zipline chain around the side of the mountains, but it led to me getting in a bit of trouble, as I got too focused on building the ziplines. I'm in serious trouble here. They're like snipers, Jesus. Leave me alone. Right behind me. Oh, shit. After dying, I managed to make it past the mule camp the next time, and I arrived at the next distribution centre, and had a rest leading to the next cutscene on the beach, where BB appeared, and also Amelie and Higgs. Sam then woke up to another hologram from Amelie, where she told us that Edge Knot City is now destroyed, and is crawling with BTs. It is important for us to keep building the chiral network. So speaking about connecting, my next main objective was to connect to Mountain Knot City, which wasn't hard at all to get to as I just drove across a grassy area, and then ran up a few hills, which led to my arrival. And we got to meet Lochner, who didn't want anything to do with us, but we needed her help to upgrade the Cupid. Turns out, Lochner is Mama's twin as well, so in order to get Lochner's attention, I travelled all the way back to Mama, and this time, I went over the snowy mountains. Holy shitballs. Whee! I'm a bit tired. Oh god. After making it off the mountains, I then finalised my zipline network to get me to Mama's lab from the weather station. It was really coming together now. Mama had built us some new cufflinks which had a blade on them, so that I could cut umbilical cords on the BTs to stealth kill them. So it was a pretty handy weapon to have. But she made me try it out on Mama and her baby, so with no hesitation, Sam got the job done. And now we could take Mama to Lochner so that she can persuade her to join the network. But there was a catch. I had to carry Mama in a body bag, and just as we exit the lab, guess who turns up? Yeah, what's going on here? This prick just leave me alone. Pig summoned this huge BT which had to handle while looking after Mama, which was actually a fun boss fight, as he had to climb up buildings to avoid it and use a load of grenades and bullets to finish it off. I got it. I got it. Got it. One more reload. Die. Son of a bitch. I could now zip line across most of the journey back to Mountain Knot, but I did have to walk back down some of the snowy mountains to reach the city. And as always, I was trying to be efficient as possible by completing deliveries along the way. Once we reached Mountain Knot, Mama reunited with her twin Lochner, but that didn't last long as Mama just died, leading to the end of episode 5 and 2 other trophies at least. After all that drama, we connected Mountain Knot to the chiral network, and Mama and Lochner became one, which is a bit weird, but hey, it's a Kojima game again. Hardman then told us that the hurricane we got pulled into was in fact another beach. After a rest, Sam decided to call BB Lou now, and Deadman showed up to tell us that we shouldn't have a personal connection to BB's, but Sam already had, and he's given BB a name. Deadman also revealed that Lou is becoming an actual child now, which they're not actually supposed to do. So Deadman tries to fix this by taking Lou away for a bit, and it was safe to say that Lou wasn't happy about this. Before Deadman left though, he weirdly took us in the shower to tell us that Hardman is hiding something. Now that I didn't have Lou, and we had to wait for her to be fixed, I had to go connect to facilities around the area. While connecting a bunch of facilities and continuing to upgrade my zipline network, I got a trophy for completing 36 standard orders, but for some reason it didn't pop up for me, but trust me, I got it. I also found myself going a little bit crazy when trying to get through the very snowy areas. I will walk 100,000 miles and I will walk 100 more. I will get to this spiritualist and I will deliver my parcels because I'm the best delivery driver or courier walker in America. America, fuck yeah! Eventually, Deadman was ready to give Lou back over, so we went to meet him, but we ended up getting sucked into another hurricane, but this time with Deadman as well, and this ended this episode. Now we were on another beach with the same guys before, but we need to get Lou back. Before we confronted the combat veteran, I did some running around in this World War II setting, and into the sewers to find Deadman and Lou, and now I was ready to go confront him. It was a similar situation to the first confrontation, where you had to shoot him and then he would disappear, but this time it was a bit harder, especially because I was on the harder difficulty. The enemies just absolutely swarmed me. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Yeah, boy. Oh, he's not dead yet. Great. I'm gonna die here. He really wants this baby. Who die? I got him. I've done it. I've done it. Yes. After stopping him for the second time, Sam steals his dog tags from him before returning to the normal world, and the episode abruptly ends there. When waking up in the real world, we found out Sam called the baby Lou because he was going to have a daughter called Lou, but his wife died while she was pregnant. We also got info from the dog tags we stole, but the guy's name is actually Clifford Unger, an ex-soldier in Afghanistan. And before we are ready to start delivering again, we get another flashback of Clifford again, but this time someone else decides to turn up. Let's Die Hardiman. Oh my god. That's him, innit? Die Hardiman. My next big goal is to finally reach Edge Knot City, but before doing so, Hartman, another character, wanted me to deliver some items to him, as he lives in the mountains. And while making my way around, I kept falling off rocks, as there was a lot of them, and my fall would make Lou cry, so I finally had plenty of opportunity to unlock a trophy, which took me a couple of attempts to get. After that, I arrived at Hartman's lab, and I did question his way of living a bit. Now this Hartman lives in a fancy building. Why does he live in a fancy place and everyone else lives in a right shithole?
Not fair if you ask me. Got a nice little fireplace and everything. Guy's good at all.
He was actually a unique character though, as he would enter a cardiac arrest every 20 minutes and go to the beach where he would search for his family for 3 minutes. So I imagine that would be a bit frustrating for him. Hartman wanted us to connect with the facilities around the area, which were in fact scientists, so that they could investigate more into the Death Stranding together. But he wanted us to also build a carnival station close to Edge Knot City. While I connected 3 facilities around the area, I also completed some side missions, and one involved in entering a BT area, and I got the chance to finally practice with the stealth weapon Mama gave me a while back. After connecting all of the remaining facilities and returning to Hartman, he told us that he'd actually been looking into an umbilical cord which was connected to Bridget Strand, who was our mum from the beginning of the game. And he discovered it's the same cord as the previous extinction events, meaning that Bridget is the extinction entity, which also means that the next Death Stranding is coming once Higgs has got control of Amelie, as she could also be an extinction entity, so it is vital that I got to her. So it was now time to head to Edge Knot City, finally, and on my way I built a bigger zipline network, and I definitely recommend doing this while making your way through the story, as it will make the end game so much easier for yourself. 6 deaths and 60 births in a day. Episode 8 done. Now all that was left to do was cross all of the tar that is surrounding Edge Knot City, and I really couldn't figure out how to do it, as I tried walking across, but that just failed. So I looked at my mail, which wanted me with a trophy, but I also figured out that I could need to get captured by the BTs, and they'll take me to the centre of the tar, which possibly could get me across the city.
Get me, bitch. I submit. Take me to your master. Who's gonna let me cross? The frick? The frickin' whale. Am I supposed to... Oh. Am I supposed to run across? That makes sense. I'm not actually meant to fight them. These whales are going crazy for my ass. I want a little bit of it. The hell? Oh, it's Amelie. Let's get to her. Oh, not now, Lou. Get to her. We've made it. Screw you, whales.
After just escaping the whale massacre, we catch sight of Amelie while sinking into the tar. And guess where we ended up? The beach. Here we saw Amelie walking away, and then we bumped into our best mate, Higgs, back in the normal world where we was now at Edge Knot City. Higgs thanked us for leading him to Amelie, as he used our network which we've been building to find her throughout the full game. He then said he'll race us to reach Amelie, so off we went.
You kinky bastard.
But before we entered the city, we had a rest where we bumped into Amelie again, who revealed that she's an extinction entity and she will end the world if we don't stop her, so Sam basically has to kill her to save humanity. And now I was finally ready to reach her and enter the city.
The hell are they?
These were a new type of enemy that would explode when they get close to you, so the best way to get rid of them is just by shooting them. It was pretty simple to get past them. And after sneaking past the final wave of BTs, I made it to the final station in the game to connect to the whole of America, and we could finally rest, which obviously sent us to the beach again. This time Higgs appeared. It was actually Amelie, which was a bit freaky. I didn't really get it, to be honest. After that, I got told something was going on outside, so I went to have a look. Holy shit. That thing is huge. Oh, it's Amelie. Higgs had now got control of Amelie and lets us know that this extinction entity is going to destroy humanity. Amelie, under Higgs' control, told us that she will join beaches together to create an extinction like no other, called the Last Stranding. And now it was time to take on a giant BT, and it was a pretty fun boss fight, as he now unlocked the rocket launcher, but there was also different phases, such as summoning loads of the jellyfish looking BT from earlier, and I also had buildings to climb up. In order to defeat it, I had to shoot at the glowing red parts where Higgs would appear.
So close, man.
What the hell?
I got him. Goody got him.
After defeating the BT, Higgs showed up and sinks a load of bullets into Sam and Lou. But luckily we was all okay, so I set off back to the beginning of the city as I was a bit lost with what to do. But turns out Fragile has to just jump me to Amelie's beach.
There it is.
Once arriving at the beach, we found Amelie and Higgs, and now we was at the final fight with Higgs. It's me and you, Troy.
Hey, he's a great villain.
In this fight, I had to sneak around and tie Higgs up as I only had my strand rope weapon, and while he was down, I would kick him. After many takedowns, I thought I had finished Higgs off, but no, he just kept getting back up, and I entered an awesome fist fight.
Oh, what the hell is he up to now?
Oh shit. It's like a fighting game. Come on, Higgs, me and you. This is epic.
The hell, man? This is pretty, like...
Oh my god, headbutt. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Wow. That was epic. It was just a fist fight, and it was just so, like, dramatic.
Even though Higgs had the literal beep beaten out of him, he was still cracking jokes until we left him with Fragile, who wasn't messing around. And this ended episode 9. Sam was reunited with Amelie, and Fragile brought Lou to the beach for Sam before saying our goodbyes to him, as Sam didn't need her anymore. Sam and Amelie then had a heart-to-heart.
We were manipulated.
So I'm Mario and you're Princess Peach.
No, I am not happy. It does not work out. You're a bitch. This is too happy. Something's definitely going to go down. Look how happy he is. He's been through so much.
Out of nowhere, Die Hardiman also showed up and was followed by our good friend Clifford and his creepy shoulders. These two clearly had a past as Hardiman was pooping his pants, but Clifford was only after his BB. But before he could get to us, Amelie returned us to the normal world. The whole crew then turned up telling us that in order to get back to the beach and rescue Amelie, we need to return all the way back to Central Knot City. And that's where we started the game. No fast travelling as well, as Fragile was injured, so off I went on this really long journey. While travelling across the map, I saw it as an opportunity to start completing Legend of Legends ranks on premium deliveries. These are basically deliveries with a challenge, and I had to get an S rank on 20 premium deliveries in each category, so it definitely took me a while to get the trophy. And after completing some deliveries and reaching Lake Knot City, I could see something in the distance which looked very familiar. This ended chapter 10 and led straight into another fight with Clifford Unger. It wasn't different at all from the other two encounters we had with him, as he had to kill a bunch of his soldiers and also Clifford himself 4 times, but it did take a bit longer than last time. After finally defeating him, a cutscene played which showed Sam and Clifford actually getting on, and he talked to us as if he knew us. He also gave Sam his dog tags, which ended the episode. When returning to the real world, it was revealed by a hologram recording of Hardman that Amelie doesn't actually exist, as no one has actually interacted with her out of the beach. And then Fragile said that Higgs revealed that Amelie is behind everything and is Higgs' leader. She even gave him his powers. So with that information, we was even more determined to stop Amelie. All that was now left to do was travel back across the first region, and once I did reach Capital Knot, I reached the final big boss of the game.
What's happening here? What is it? It's a ginormous flying whale. Okay. That is one big whale. Rocket launcher. Oh, get him off. Shoot it. I missed. It's dropping its sperm. I don't want your seed. What the hell is it doing? What the frick is that? Move! What the hell? Ah! What the hell? Where do I go?
He's nearly dead. Got him! Stupid whale. Through you. He's right on top of me. Bang! Son of a bitch. You're my bitch now. With that defeated, I returned to the first distribution centre, which finished episode 12. Fragile was now bedridden due to all of the beach jumps she's done, but with the power of connection, we managed to jump to Amelie's beach. On the beach, we just ended up in a state where I just kept running along the beach until Amelie decides to pop up to give us some more backstory. To sum this up, it turns out Amelie is Bridget all along, and she was using Sam all along as well, as she's the extinction entity. She tries to persuade Sam in staying on the beach with her and causing a Death Stranding, or we will have to kill her ourselves. So I got the option to do this. I had no option but to hug her, but after doing that big long hug, she gave us some more context about how all along she was planning for us to stop her since we were a child when she first found us on the beach. We then ended up back running around the beach for a long time, and every now and then we would get stopped for Amelie to explain everything, such as how she was split into two things, one on the beach and one in the real world, and when they join the Death Stranding will happen. I know, it's very confusing. Eventually, after a lot of walking, Sam tries to kill himself, but that doesn't work out, and Deadman shows up with Lou to save us and get us back to the real world, and that concluded episode 13. In the real world, we end up in a conference where Hardman is now the president, and he's celebrating that America has been united again. But it's not over yet, as Deadman reveals to us that he found out that Hardman is the one that killed Clifford, and when Hardman was confronted about it, he had a mental breakdown basically, like he had no choice but to kill him. As Sam finally leaves Capital Knot, Deadman stops him to tell him that Lou has now decommissioned, and we need to dispose of the BB. But before we set out on that delivery, we say our goodbyes to both Deadman and Fragile, as Sam was now leaving the UCA and Bridges for good to work on his own. On the journey, there was a sense of nostalgia, as this game really did feel like I'd been on a journey. But as we arrived at the incinerator, there was one more reveal, as we had a final flashback of the Clifford scenes. In these scenes, it shows Clifford's wife is dead, and his baby in a BB pod. John Hardman knew he was in danger, so tries to help him escape, as Bridges/Amelie was after his baby to become a BB. We then return to the normal world again, where Sam decides to not incinerate Lou, and then we get a big reveal in a flashback again where Clifford was trying to escape guards, and eventually he gets trapped in a room where it was shown he took the BB out of the pod, and another reveal. Yep, knew it.
My bridge to the future.
Knew it. Knew it. Knew it. Knew it. It turns out that Sam is Clifford's son. And when Clifford gets shot in a flashback, so does Sam as a baby, but Amelie brings him back through the beach and raises Sam as her own child. He's a horrible person, by the way, if you hadn't figured that out yet. My god, I hate her. Anyway, back in the normal world, Sam took Lou out of the pod and it got a bit emotional as she nearly died, but luckily Sam brought her back to life. And then the final scene plays of Sam walking out in the rain. Wait, I just realised. Rain isn't harming us. What? There we have it. Some game, that. That was unique. I loved it. The final story trophy then pops, and that concludes the story, and it was one hell of a journey. I tried my best to explain it, but there was a lot going on, as it is, again, a Kojima game. Now the real grind begins, as I went for all the remaining trophies, which included maxing out all facilities and getting S ranks on a total of 80 different deliveries in different categories. So, here we go. I started off by looking at any trophies which I could easily pick up, and I hadn't done a supply cross yet, so I did that one quickly. Then for the next couple of hours, I just spent time ranking up all the facilities in the first region of the game. The zip lines made this very quick to finish, by the way, so get building them bad boys. Another useful tool for S rank deliveries is the truck, as you could just load it up full of parcels, then just drive across the region. So there's another way for you to get the S ranks. Before I go any further, I will explain the overall goal of my deliveries. As you can see on the screen, I have a rank for different categories, and each standard order has a category assigned to it. For example, if I complete a time-based delivery, my delivery time rank will increase. For the Big Boy Trophy, I had to complete 20 unique deliveries in each of the 4 categories, and it has to be on hard difficulty in order to get the Legend of Legends rank. Sounds straightforward, but it did take me a while as I spent a lot of time not completing unique ones, as I thought I could just repeat the same orders over and over again. What a waste of my time. I then unlocked a trophy for reading 100 interviews, and as you can tell, I definitely read them all thoroughly. Now I was in the western region, and I had a lot bigger range to cover here. When it came to ranking up facilities, the longer distance and the heavier the parcels would give me more likes. I had also built roads for most of this region now, so that made getting to places so much easier. I was also focusing on upgrading my zip line so that I had a network to going across the map, and while doing this, Lou seemed to like what I was doing. Creating the zip lines in the snowy mountains was the hardest part, as I fell over a lot. But once it was built, it was so satisfying to use them to get across the region with ease. Even though I'd sunk a lot of hours into this game at this point, I was still finding new facilities, so I had to work hard to get them ranked up. They were a pain, to be honest, as I didn't really have any orders, so I relied on finding lost cargo a lot of the time. While making myself around the world, sometimes I'd come across other porters, and you can trade them by simply dropping some of your cargo and taking some of theirs in return. You never really got anything good from it though. Now I was at a point in the game where I had most of the roads built, which was so relaxing to drive along, and I could load up with my truck delivering a lot of cargo at once, and that led to me delivering a total of 700 items. And after that huge delivery, I decided it was time to relax in the hot springs. This hot spring lake can be found near the director facility. You get a trophy for just simply resting in it.
Soak and sigh.
Now that I fully understood that I had to complete unique deliveries as well, I found out you can track through which categories I was lacking in. And as you can see, I was at 9 in the miscellaneous categories. So I went hunting for a miscellaneous order, which I hadn't complete yet, and I finally found one at the Novelist's Son, which had the correct symbol, and it said I hadn't completed it yet. So with my mad skills, I rushed into a mule camp on a bike, ignoring all the enemies, and then rushed back to hand the delivery in.
Give me the S rank. Hit me with it. Yes. Birth of a Legend. Just gotta do 10 more. Great. The grind continues.
One thing I noticed on the map was a mysterious road building machine, and it had the name Racetrack, so this intrigued me. So I got to building it, and it created a racing game within the Death Stranding game, and it turns out it was important, as I need to get an S rank on the races with the Roadster vehicle so that I could fabricate it, which counts towards the Fabricate All Items trophy.
Sam Porter Bridges. Let's go. Thumbs up. That should be an S rank. Yeah, so I'm gonna get the vehicle. Yeah, it does.
After fabricating my new whip, I ended up delivering pizzas constantly to this one facility. It turns out it was actually Higgs, as I entered the bunker and got a trophy for finding his home. One trophy which took me a long time to complete was connecting all the facilities to the UCA, as there is one facility that was hidden away called the Collector. So after completing some orders for him, I got there in the end.
Right, you better join our cult. You better join our cult now. This guy's taking the piss with me.
I suppose you've piqued my interest.
Yes!
Make me a...
The final one. In Sam we trust. Samuel Bridges, we have done it.
And then came the big trophy for completing 20 unique deliveries at S rank in 4 different categories.
Give me it. Yes! Growth of a Legend. We're edging closer to that platinum.
I was getting very close to platinum now. I could basically see it. I mean, look how focused I am. Then I finally reached the end of my final delivery in the game.
Max rank. With all of them. Finally. All that is left. Great deliverer. All that is left is some building.
getting all of the memory data stuff. Next, I decided to get straight into building all structures and upgrading them to the max. And I did this all in the small space outside of Lake Knot. I wasn't sure what I hadn't built yet, so I just built every structure again. And after building them all, I then got to upgrading them, and it took me 40 minutes to get this done, as I had to drive to different facilities to get the materials for the upgrades. And once I finished the upgrades, I was very motivated to finish the platinum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me that trophy. Trailblazer. Upgraded all structures to the maximum. Now I'll get all the memory chips and find out where these last 2 fabricated items are. Should I have a clue? Next, I went for fabricating all weapons and equipment, and it turns out there are some side missions in the emails which you have to follow to get a few items, but they're relatively easy to figure out. So all that was left to do was find all the memory chips and then have a piss. I won't bullshit you, I used a guide to clean up the memory chips as I just wanted to finish it. They're relatively easy to find though if you didn't use a guide, as you could use your scanner to find them very easily. Alright, let's hand these in and get that trophy. Fount of knowledge. And then after I picked up that trophy, there was one thing left to do. After, how many hours have we had? We have had 66 hours. I'm having my first piss in the game. How do I do it? I think it was on that one, wasn't it? Here it is. Urinate. Get your willy out. And fire. Oh. The platinum. What a game. What a game. Yes, what a game Death Stranding is. It sends you on a completely different journey to what other games have done before, and I highly recommend playing through it, even if it's just for the story. I can confidently say it has made me want to play the second one. The platinum also didn't take me too long, as it took me 66 hours to achieve, which isn't bad if you ask me. It does put you in a bit of a grind towards the end, but the journey before this is definitely worth it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, either like, subscribe or comment below, as any support is greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.